Greetings, dear viewers. Welcome back to yet another riveting installment on our channel. Today's topic garners considerable intrigue, the notion of whether one's heart can truly be sealed shut. Join me as we embark on a journey to unravel the intricate workings of narcissistic minds, steeped in a sense of helplessness. Have you ever experienced the deafening silence of being unheard? Narcissists often inhabit this desolate space, as they relentlessly strive to manipulate and exert dominance over others, wielding it as a potent instrument of control. Yet, fear not, amidst the abyss, a glimmer of hope persists. In the forthcoming discourse, we shall explore 10 harrowing scenarios capable of unsettling even the most resolute narcissists. These incidents strike at the core of their egocentric existence. Brace yourselves for an exhilarating expedition, for the insights gleaned shall arm you against their clandestine machinations. This opportunity is too invaluable to forego. Without further ado, let us delve into the 10 predicaments that can send shivers down the spine of even the most entrenched narcissists. First, taking away the illusion. It's very hard to get through the complicated web of narcissistic lies, especially when dealing with people who are good at twisting reality to get what they want. Their skill at manipulating people shows in every encounter, which is carefully planned to further their own goals. Seeing through their dishonest behavior sets off their natural defenses, which they use to protect their false sense of greatness. Point 2. Putting vulnerability in the light. When you look past the narcissist's carefully built front, you can see the fragile person that lies beneath their facade of superiority. Narcissists who depend on giving the impression that they can't be defeated are constantly afraid of being found out and embarrassed in public. When they think about being found out, their inflated ego falls apart, and they rush to hide their fake image from everyone. When someone takes off their mask, a weak person comes out from the depths of deceit. While facing their wrongdoing may be uncomfortable, it reveals the real truth that lies beneath the masks of deception. 3. Making a case for sovereignty. When you challenge a narcissist's constant need for control, you get a clear picture of someone who is consumed by an unquenchable desire for power and whose constant demands drain the energy and self-esteem of those around them. Taking back power becomes necessary. It is important to make it clear that deceptive behavior will not be accepted. You prove that your needs are valid by setting clear limits, claiming your independence, and refusing to give in to feelings of not being good enough. Take charge and make plans that are in line with your goals, because your life is worth a lot. The 4th point is rebellion against authority. Get caught in the complicated web of a narcissist's control? Not give in to their power plays. Be strong in your independence and use your power with unwavering resolve as you question their intentions and accept your freedom. When the narcissist is pushed, their front starts to fall apart. If you can't get them to do what you want, they may become more aggressive. Narcissists put their own wants ahead of everything else and are very good at manipulating situations to get what they want. Remember to stay alert, get away from them, be determined, and enjoy your freedom. 5th point, how to give good criticism. It takes skill to reveal a narcissist, and it's even more difficult to criticize them, especially when it comes to their looks or strengths that are important to their ego. People with deep-seated fears are easily hurt by comments like these, which could break their fragile sense of self-worth and reveal their weaknesses. If you need feedback, be careful how you give it. Pick your words carefully and try not to sound critical. Point 6. Putting the narcissistic victimhood myth to the light. Helping a loved one through the hard parts of life comes with its own challenges. Imagine going through these problems with a narcissist, someone who is very good at manipulating people while pretending to be a victim. Know that you are not responsible for their mental well-being. When people are criticized, they want to feel good about themselves while avoiding taking responsibility for their flaws. You don't have to give up your mental stability. There is no requirement to fix someone who doesn't want to fix themselves. Point 7. Turn down the narcissists need to be worshipped. Choose real love over the fake version that narcissists sell. Withholding praise shakes their carefully constructed image. If they aren't given constant praise, they may use emotional blackmail. Take this fact to heart: you can't control how they feel about themselves. You have no choice but to plan how you handle your appointments. Limiting praise that is too much lessens the harm. You do not owe anyone your love, time, or life. Put your own well-being first, set clear limits, and protect your ability to stay alive. Point 8. Creating peace in the middle of the storm. Choosing peace in the middle of chaos is the most important thing. Narcissists like it when things are chaotic and plan them to make things worse. Take charge by controlling your emotions. Denying their provocations makes their plans useless, which lowers their power. Don't give in to the temptation of getting caught up in fear and codependency. Their theater acts are a way for them to get praise and approval. You should put up strong walls, ignore their complicated plans, and make a clear statement: you refuse to be a part of their big show. It's important to have a good knowledge of how narcissists work in order to deal with them effectively. They usually don't want to cut ties with someone, so they'd rather let someone else make that hard choice while keeping control. Giving up power is against their very nature. They enjoy being in charge of people they've captured and ruled. The problem is that narcissists often try to build what they call a narcissistic harem, a group of people who are always ready to boost their ego. Why? In their hearts, they rely on other people to make them feel good about themselves. As a result, the chance that a narcissist will freely cut ties with someone is very small. Getting along with people, especially narcissists, is a complicated web of feelings and actions. The narcissist's worst fear comes true when they realize you've cut ties with them for good and have no plans to get back together. They get a harsh reality check when they lose power and their main source of support goes away, throwing them into chaos. When a narcissist does something so clear-cut, confusion takes over their world. They have strong feelings of loss and rejection that consume them. They lose control and try to get it back by manipulating others, getting angry, or acting like they don't care, even though they are going through a lot of emotional turmoil. People who have ended relationships with narcissists need to understand this pattern more than anything else. For them, it gives them the tools they need to handle the fallout well. The sections that follow will go into more detail about the complicated things that narcissists do in these situations. When you have to make the hard decision to cut ties for good, it's important to put yourself first. We'll talk about different ways to keep yourself safe during this rough time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this movie with anyone who is having the same problems. When we deal with narcissists, we can all come out better. The people who are narcissists don't realize how badly their behavior affects your health. They don't see that you could become aware of their actions and choose freedom. These people will try to convince you that you need them. But when you finally cut ties with them, it can cause a mental breakdown that makes them act in strange ways. Getting rid of a narcissist as a partner is like cutting off their life support. They get a lot of pleasure from controlling you, and taking that power away is like denying them air. I really hope that no one ever has to go through this, but it's important to know how powerful you are when things like this happen. You are stronger than narcissists and can heal and move forward. They can't get past their self-centeredness because they are stuck in their problem. So, when you're about to lose it with a narcissist, remember that you have full power. You are smart enough to ask for help and move forward, while they are stuck in their own confusing maze. If you tell a narcissist that you want to break up with them, they will do anything to get you back. They act like they are deeply hurt, as if the fact that you won't let them stay in your life has caused you permanent harm. If you're dealing with a liar who changes their mind often, be careful now. Find out what kind of person they are and how they work, and then take steps to protect yourself. A narcissist's first reaction is usually to become fixated. They just can't give up the idea of having you, even if they act like they don't care. It's just a front they put up to protect their ego. They don't show any weakness because they're afraid that if they do, you'll know how painful it is to be rejected. But underneath their tough exterior, they're deeply hurt. When you clearly tell them you're leaving for good, they feel a deep sense of loneliness because all ties have been severed, like the last chapter in your relationship with them ending. You will get a lot of calls, texts, and emails. Some of them might even ring your doorbell and want to talk to anyone who knows you. In the comments, people could talk about times they've dealt with these types of people. Having kids around makes it even harder to deal with your ego. To keep them from giving in, you need to be extra careful. Some narcissists use family separation as a way to get what they want. When they think they are losing control, things get even worse. If they can't keep you in line, they might try to make your kids hate you. They will do anything to keep power. There's a chance they'll lose control if they feel like it. They could get really depressed if the people who help them break down. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that dealing with narcissists is like playing a tricky game of chess where lives are at stake. They planned every move to boost their huge ego. But when you say no more and cut them off from everything, they realize how much they have lost. This last rejection not only breaks their false belief that they can't be hurt, but it also plunges them into a sea of shame and hurt that they work hard to escape. In this new place, they aren't ready to deal with being open to harm. At this very important time, you need to put yourself first. Everyone can get out of the grips of selfish influence better if we talk about these ideas. Cutting ties for good gives you back your freedom, but they are confused and don't know how to handle the sudden change. Always think about your health and get help from the people who can give it to you first in these tough times. You're not the only one going down this dangerous road. People who have been through similar things can connect to how strong you are inside. We can handle these issues better if we all work together. We hope that you all find comfort and healing as you work through the rough waters of stopping your relationship with a narcissist. May peace always be with you, no matter where our paths cross again. If the talk today taught you something, please like, follow, and share this video with other people who could learn something too. People who need more help could also read our free book and set up a meeting with us one-on-one. There are links in the text below. Have a brave and strong trip until then.